Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. There's Porter at you. Just happened to drive by this intersection, and I noticed it was pretty dangerous as far as the cars. Like, they were like zipping through a flashing red and flashing yellow light, which I found very dangerous. I don't know if the city of Boston is aware of it, but for the last, I would say hour or so, cars been speeding through, not even stopping at the intersection. Like, I was told, I could be wrong, but if you see a flashing light, it means proceed with caution. If it's a flashing red light, yeah, I think you're supposed to stop and then proceed with caution, if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, it means proceed with caution. Whether it's yellow, whether it's red, whether it's green, if it's flashing, it means caution. So I'm going to give the city of Boston a call just in case sometimes they're not aware of these things, so you got to just let them know. Because you can't be everywhere, and they can't be everywhere. So if you're part of the city or you care about your city, you want to give courtesy calls. You want to check in, make sure things are, being maintained or fixed properly or whatever. So I'm going to see if I can get them a call. I'm going to try to anyway. Let's see how this works out. If I can get this thing to... Let's see here. Okay, I think it's going to work.
Thank you for calling Boston 311, the city's 24-hour constituent call center. Please hold to take your call. Here. Morning, Boston 311. How can I help you?
Yes, I want to report a traffic light that is flashing. That's at the corner of Malcolm X Boulevard and Columbus Ave in Tremont.
It's flashing, you said?
Yeah, the red is flashing facing Malcolm X, and the yellow is flashing along Columbus Ave.
Okay, I'll call traffic signal and have them check this out.
All right, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Stay safe. Okay?
You too. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so yeah, so they probably didn't even get a call for that, but I'm just gonna give them a call now, and that's a very dangerous intersection right here. Cars are like speeding through, and at one point there was a car that was like stopped in the middle of the street, like cars are zipping on both sides, different directions, and while he's in the middle, which is very unsafe. But you would think, like, with all the technology that they have out there, that these lights would be on the grid, and they will automatically be notified at, City Hall or the traffic department that the lights are not working properly. Like, there's other states that are not as big as ours and actually probably monitor lights better than we do. There has to be some way that they can monitor these lights and know that, these lights are not working. You can see some cars that like don't even stop. They're gonna go straight through, like almost like full speed. See, those cars are not even slowing down over there. I'm coming from Columbus. They're just going like straight through. And this car right here is like waiting to get through. Well, the bus almost got him. That's not good. That's not safe at all. Like, we're in the 21st century, And you would think the technology would be there, that we have these lights on the grid where not so much are they being controlled, but just being monitored. I know some states have them where they can control the lights and they could change the pattern. You know, we don't want people too lazy where they don't come out and service them. We want them just to be like monitored. I'm pretty sure they could hook up a simple like satellite link, and the same way they link the cameras, just link it back to a base and say, okay, these lights are not functioning properly. I mean, it's easier said than done, but the money and technology is there. And I know what can be done. It's very much capable of being done. You know, a couple of $1 million for the city of Boston, you know, is worth saving at least one person's life in a car accident. You know, and we had a lot of mayors in the past that, you know, haven't got Boston really up to speed as far as technology and resources. They want to build with developers, but they don't want to fix up the city where it should be fixed up. And you keep in mind, these are the old lights too. These ones, they don't even use these ones anymore. These are the ones that are still mounted on the little chain and swivel setup. And I think they're called mass arm. I'm not sure if these are called mass arm, but some of them are called mass arm. And I'm pretty sure this falls under the city of Boston. I don't think this falls under the state. These, I believe, fall under the city of Boston because it's smack dead in the city of Boston. There's no state road that I know of that passes through here. Then again, some people might call this, what is it? Is this called 28? Or this, it's called one of those routes that go through the city. I'm not sure if this is 28 or the other one. But Huntington Ave is like a route, and this is, I believe, a route too, if I'm not mistaken. No one really calls it that route that passes through here, but it is a route that passes through the city. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably 28. And the other one is like 30 something, I don't know. I'll figure it out. It'll be another one of my assignments. Just want to give you guys a little footage of, you know, an intersection that, you know, cars are just pretty much zipping through. Let's see, do this. I've seen so many like near accidents, and early in the morning, a lot of people are just waking up, so they're not fully awoke. And if you're not really paying attention and notice that the light is flashing, you know, you may think it's red turning green, or, you know, who knows what your mind's thinking, or yellow turning red. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes through a person's mind when they see something. Not everybody calculate something the same way. We may calculate it on the reverse side, so else may calculate it on the front side. So it all depends on how your mind or your brain translates. Not everybody translates the same way, just so you guys know. We all have different thinking ability. We all think differently. We all respond differently. That's what makes us unique with different people. I just want to see how long from the time I put the call in until the time that they show up. Now,
Charlie 814 Ocean North.
I would think they would show up within a half an hour. I would think. If they do, then that's a plus for the city of Boston. If they show up within an hour, I would be a little bit disappointed, but not too disappointed, because I can see that they could have other assignments throughout the city somewhere else. But if they took 3 to 4 hours, then I would be highly disappointed. But if they showed up within an hour, I can understand that, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the city, and I can't expect them to focus on just one flashing light in the whole city of Boston. And I understand they have people assigned to different districts, so I understand how that works too. So if they show up within a half an hour, I would be like, great job for the city of Boston in response time. So this is one of the tests to see, how well they respond, And like I said, if they show up in a half an hour, I'll be very, very, happy. That'd be a plus for the city of Boston, put it that way.
Everything at a complete standstill at 133. The reason, an 18-wheeler that ended up jackknifed across the highway up before 93 in Andover. They've been detouring folks off at 133. That's Route 133. That'd be a great idea. That'll save you probably what's going to end up being hours waiting. The WBZ News Radio Road Report. 93 northbound, you want to watch out for a crash now. This one right by Commerce Way, weirdly enough.
There's crashes all over the city because of the weather. Actually, it looked like they just showed up. Wow. That's a pretty good response time, guys. I'm really impressed. That's a good response time. They're here. That's less than, I don't know what time I started this video. That's less than 15 minutes for sure. That's a great response time for the city of Boston. I'm gonna jump out and take a quick video. I want to, when I do audits, I'm doing audits of a lot of different things, and this is one of the audits of the city of Boston where they passed on this response time for sure. Let me see if I can reposition myself so I can go mobile, or let's go like this. Maybe that's gonna work. Okay, let me jump out and let's see what's going on in the city. Alright, so I'm pleased with the response time of the City of Boston Traffic Department. They came out within like 15, we won't even say 20 minutes. I have to check the time on the camera, but I don't think it was even 20 minutes. It literally had to be like 15 minutes response time. And, well, actually, it's probably less than 15. It's probably like 10 minutes, to be honest with you guys. I was just checking the time. It looked like 10 minutes. Now, this road is kind of slippery right here. This could use some ice melt or something. But overall, he probably had this up and running in a short bit of time. Might have to reset something, or who knows what could be wrong with it. But at least they did respond out to address the issue. And just to give you a kind of a pan. Oh, almost got him. That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to stop at the intersection. If that car right there would have stopped, you wouldn't have that issue. You stop at a flashing light. You don't go through a flashing light. Like, everybody's not paying attention. It's very important to pay attention. Another one. Look at this. They don't want to stop. It's not their fault because they can't see 3 lanes of traffic. 3 lanes of traffic is tough to see when you got a bus blind spot. be a module that went out. Looks like he's gonna change the transformer. I gotta say one thing, you guys do got a pretty good response time. I gotta say one thing, you guys do have a pretty good response time.
Well, you just put it in?
I put it in about maybe 10 minutes ago. So you get a pretty good response time. That's a good job for that. You know, and that's a good communication, I would say. You know, get the call out. It's a priority. You get it fixed. You know, look like one of the modules burnt out, so look like he's gonna be changing it out. That's what it looks like. I'm not sure what's that called, but it's like a control module. You guys that do a lot of communications, my skills are a little rusty on that. It's been a while since I did communications. Looks like a power module, but I could be wrong. Matter of fact, the easiest way to find out, I'll ask him what it was. More likely he'll probably tell you exactly what it is. I won't bother him while he's working, because never bother somebody while they're working. It's not good policy. And that pickup truck is doing the same thing the car was doing earlier. He's stuck in the middle of the street. And nobody wants to stop. That's the biggest problem. Everybody's in a rush to go nowhere. And keep in mind, guys, these roads are very slick. So for you to be zipping through this intersection and not looking, that's very, very, very dangerous. Give you more of the... It's not only dangerous for the cars, it's more dangerous for the pedestrians. Because, you know, he got it up and running. See that? Nice. I'm asking what that's called, and then I'll be up out of here. So that was not even a 5 minute. What is that called? Is that called the control module?
That's the MMU.
The MMU? That's the whole controller, everything.
That's what is malfunction monitoring unit.
Oh, okay. So
if there's anything wrong, it'll throw a flash.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, cool.
It goes with the voltages back and forth.
So it's more like a safety mechanism.
Right.
Gotcha. All right, take care, buddy. Be safe. All right. So that's more like a safety mechanism. If something goes wrong with it, start it out or anything, it puts it into a safety mode automatically, like a flashing mode. I guess without that module, the lights would just go out completely, which you don't want. So that's a good thing to have. That's a good thing to know too. And once again, like traffic department did a outstanding job. A 15-minute or less response time, which is very, very good. This video is not even, I can't see the time on the video. Give me a second. Looks like I'm just at 18 minutes into this video, and he fixed it within a half an hour, which is very, very good. At least the lights are working, and people can walk, drive safely without getting injured or getting hurt. So that he had the equipment right on board just in case for that. They probably go through quite a few of those. So he had the equipment. He was able to come out, reset it, get it working. He's probably monitoring to make sure everything's working properly. And once he realizes everything's doing the cycles properly, he'll probably head up out of here. He's got the box open just for monitoring reasons. Because I'm pretty sure the sequence is already programmed in there somehow. And he's just like making sure everything's working properly. Puddle of water there. Be careful. And that's not good. The water shouldn't sit inside the. It should run off, but maybe that snow's preventing it from running off too. A lot of people jogging in this kind of weather. Like, be careful, be careful. Be careful out there. That's not. Well, I understand you want your get your fitness in, but always pay attention to the cars. Don't look at the lights so much. Look at the cars. My mother always said that. She said, look both ways before you cross the street. And nowadays you can look like 4 times before you cross the street, because what wasn't there will be there. And so he's got, somebody must have pushed the, or maybe he's testing it. He's testing the 4-way red just to make sure it's working. So I guess he's checking all the molds out and make sure that all the molds are doing what they're supposed to be doing. What you want to do, you want to make sure it's working properly. You just don't want to leave and assume that it's working the right way. You come back to another disaster. Like I said, if you see something, say something. Now, had I not called this in the time I did call it in, possibly it could have been an accident. I'm not saying it would have been, but possibly it could have been. You never know. And I encourage anybody who, it doesn't matter what city you're in. If you're inside any city and you see something that looks unsafe, looks like it could be an issue, it could be a problem, call it in. You know, maybe they're not aware of it. If they're not aware of it, you cannot expect them to fix it. I mean, that's common sense. And a lot of people, I deal with this all the time in housing. You know, tenants always say, it's been like this for 20 years. And I said, well, did you call management? Well, they know about it. I said, well, did you call them? And they said, oh, no. I said, well, call them and let them know so they can address the issue. Now, if you don't call them and tell them, okay, maybe you do have a legitimate beef, but you can't expect them to know about it unless you tell them. Now, if it's something obvious, like something that should be picked up on a monthly inspection or a yearly inspection, that's something totally different. But if it's something that you can't expect them to know, then don't expect them to know about it. Like, this is one thing I noticed. A lot of these ramps, that they're holding water, and these should be pitched to drain off. And I'm not sure if it's because of the snow is holding it, because I do see some drainage, but not a whole lot. So you don't want handicap ramps holding water like that. Years ago, they used to put the sewage right next to the ramp, so it caught the water. And some states actually do that. They put the sewage right next to the ramps. Sometimes it's on either side, sometimes it's in the middle, but it's more effective on either side. That way the water could drain either left or right, and there's a sewer there, or drain towards the pitch. But that's another video. I just wanted to point that out because I've seen a lot of people have to step over slush and water while they're passing through. I'm gonna ask this guy how long he's been working for the city. Then I'm gonna ask him who's supposed to be the best tech out there, or who said they were the best tech out there. I don't know who the best tech is, and I'm pretty sure they might have a few of them. How long you been working for the city?
Huh?
How long you been working for the city? 5 years? You know a guy named Mike Funches?
Mike Funches?
Funches, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about him.
He said he's the best technician in the whole city of Boston, man.
He is.
He is?
He's the big boy.
I work with him now.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you do with him?
I do electrical work and a little plumbing here and there.
Oh my God! Tell him Coco say hello to you.
How you say it?
Coco.
Coco? I talked to him later on today.
Yeah, he has that little mini van.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell him he's a good man. He's a good man. I didn't work with him, but I knew him. I see him on the streets.
Okay, so he said he was the best electrical technician out here.
He is. My buddy is the best.
Okay, man. All right. I just want to make sure he's saying the right thing.
He is.
There you go. Got a punch from Mike right there. Mike, I'm gonna share you this video so you can say that I guess you weren't lying. You were the best electrical technician out there. I do work with Mike. I work with Mike on a regular basis, so Mike's a cool dude. All right, let me see. It's all gonna fit on one video. It should fit on one video. Get state police right there, 804. He's about to go through the light, but he actually stopped. I don't know why, but maybe because I was recording. I don't know. But the sign does say no turn on red. Maybe that is why he stopped. Sometimes you gotta catch him on camera to see what they're really gonna perform. Because he definitely was gonna go through that light. Now he's gonna sit there and wait as if he doesn't know what's going on. So the city of Boston, you know, I gotta give them credit that they did a great job on the response time. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that looked like that state trooper was gonna go right through that light. Like the fact that he didn't go through, but he is on the crosswalk, it is kind of concerning. But I'm not gonna make that an issue. I won't turn that into a problem because we are allowed to make some mistakes, you know, and that's like a small mistake. That's not a major thing. Overall, the state police do a great job out there. Matter of fact, I might know who 804 is, to be honest with you. I might. Actually, I've seen him before. I know who he is, but that's not the guy I was thinking it was. Alright, I'm gonna head up out of here. Just wanna show you this evacuation route. Every time I go do a video now, I point out this evacuation route that the city of Boston had put in play since 9/11. But a couple of years ago, I went down to City Hall and I spoke to a gentleman in the traffic department. He said that it's no longer like being maintained or being used, or you know, it's supposed to evacuate you out of the city, but when you follow the route, it sends you out of the city in multiple different directions. So it depends on where you are in the city, it sends you to a different direction. Now, back when they had the plan active, theoretically, if this was an evacuation route, this whole boulevard or street would be all one direction. So no cars would be able to come inbound. They all will have to go outbound, and that will be under the guidance of the police department and other local agencies directing the traffic out of the city. And this would be the same thing. Both lanes would be going out of the city. There'd be no incoming into the city. And that would be, all local departments would be all informed. That'd be MBTA, State Police, Boston Police, all the colleges and universities would be notified of that situation. Now, I don't think that is in place. So one day I will do another video on, I'll call the city of Boston and ask them about the evacuation route, because as far as I know right now, they haven't passed out any pamphlets in the last 10 years. They used to pass out pamphlets showing city of Boston residents, you know, the evacuation route and where it took you to. Now, we don't know what the evacuation route does. Matter of fact, we just look at the sign as if it's a regular sign. Like once again, the city of Boston, great response for the traffic department. Came out in a good time. We're not even into 30 minutes and he's done. He's complete. His job is done. He's just sitting and make sure the lights are going through a cycle. And that's typically what you want to do. Like if you're good at what you do, you want to make sure it's working properly. You just want to say, "Oh, I fixed it," and walk away. Because theoretically, how do you know you fixed it? Let me cross now since he's slowing down. I didn't want to do a jaywalk, but I guess I will since he slowed down and the light is red. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So I'm just gonna take a walk over here and just get it from a different angle. I'm not gonna walk on there. That's too much ice over there. To be honest with you, this is on the T property. T should not have this much ice in front of the station. That is crazy. The MBTA is making enough money not to have people climbing over snow things like that. That is crazy. This is like, it's a whole sheet of ice over here. No ice melt or nothing. This is crazy. I know that dude over there. I'm not even, like, he doesn't recognize me, but I'm not gonna say nothing to him because I don't want to make him fall on the ice. He might recognize me if he looks over here. What's up, man? How you doing? I said he might recognize me if he looks over here. I didn't want to say that because I don't want to make you fall on the ice. Just be careful out there, my man. I know I was just saying how they didn't put no damn salt down on this damn thing. I was gonna walk on there, but I don't even want to fall. That's crazy. You got people trying to catch the train and the bus and they can't even go to the damn station. That's crazy. That don't make no kind of sense. Like, what were they doing on the overnight shift? Like, sleeping? Like, come on. Be careful, man. Just be safe out there. Need some help? Hold on. Let me come over there. Just grab my arm. You got it? Go ahead. You got it?
Yeah.
All right, be safe out there, my man.
Alright.
All right. Good seeing you. How you doing? Good morning. Yeah, this is a whole sheet of ice, and it's cold out here. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but it's at least 32 or below. And it's a whole sheet of ice going down that whole thing. Like they plowed it, but the ice, formed underneath. And as far as I know, the T is responsible from, well, this is all part of the T. So this whole Domino's, like Domino's obviously is responsible for Domino's, but that's still part of the T property. It goes to that corner all the way down. All this is under that one umbrella of the T. And you got pedestrians, passengers have to walk through here. And it's not safe. It's definitely not safe. That's crazy. I think I'll do a little footage. No, I'm just recording how much they didn't put no salt down. That's crazy. There's a transit officer right there. He doesn't care. He's just sitting in the cruiser. That's just totally up to him, but I'm pretty sure there's some